Welcome, one and all, to the next iteration of our awesome Dev and Tell series. Yay! So, for those of you who don't know what Dev and Tell is or what its purpose is, basically it's aimed to be a platform for all the DAO members to be able to present any and all of the cool stuff they've been building, like a project, or just talk about something they're passionate about. And the aim is to have these 30-minute sessions where people can present their ideas and take questions and just give people a platform to be able to share their ideas who might not have a huge following on social media, for example, or whatnot. So I'm happy we have the gang here, and I am awesome to honor or welcome to the next Dev and Tell presenter, Jake Warren, who will be presenting Elixir Sound Library. Take it away, Jake.
All right, thank you, Narb. I guess I'll give a quick introduction about myself. I've been doing web development for about 3 years. It's mostly been on the side and doing freelancing. And then I've been doing Web3 development for probably 6 months now. And I joined the DAO, the developer DAO, in October. And it's just been really awesome meeting a bunch of you guys and seeing everything that everyone's building. But yeah, it's just been a great experience so far. So today I wanted to show you this project I've been working on. It's called Elixir Sound Library. I'm going to try and share my screen. I was telling Narb that I literally spent all morning trying to get the screen share working on Discord. But here we go. Okay. I think I have to pop it out to be able to change or to navigate on it. Okay. So basically what it is, it's a music sampling platform. So say I come up with a guitar riff or like a bass riff or a drum beat, and I want to let other people sample it and use it in their own artwork. So I can upload it to this. It gets uploaded as an NFT, and then other users or other creators can license it out, and they can use it. They have full rights to use it in any of their songs or anything. But so the key here is that it's minted as an NFT, but when someone's licenses it, there's no transfer of ownership. The creator retains ownership, but the licensees, their addresses are tracked along with the NFT. So that's just what proves that they paid for it and that they have the rights to it. So I'll kind of walk you around. So if you go to browse, this is just this is a test. This is on Rinkeby. I have plans of launching it on Arbitrum soon. So but it's still kind of in development. So like these are a couple tracks that I uploaded. I don't know if you guys can actually hear the audio through this, but
Yeah, it comes through.
You got that? Yeah. Funky. It's Jwar's slappy bass.
Nice.
But yeah, so yeah, browse just displays all the sounds. Popular, it displays the sounds, but it sorts them in order of the number of samples. So a more popular sound will move to the front of the line. And yeah, and then you can click on the artist to see the artist page. Oh, sorry about that. I just got a text. And then if you want to sample a song, you can come over to sample. It'll give you this whole display of it. And I actually don't. I've been getting rate limited, so I don't know if it's going to be able to, if everything's going to work, but I can try it. So if I connect my wallet, and then I can, and if your wallet's connected, then you can come over to my licenses, and if I had licensed any songs, and they'd pop up right here, or if I had uploaded any sounds, and they'd pop up right here. But yeah, I guess I can try and sample one. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to update because I've been getting rate limited, but let's try it. It might just work.
Even if it doesn't work, I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is sick.
Yeah, this is awesome, man.
Thank you. Oh, there we go. And so this is samples too. And then, yeah. And so now I have the rights to use this in any work that I want. I can chop it up. I can sample it. I can do really whatever I want with it. And then there's a create page. I'll try and create a song. Trying to think of what I have on my laptop right now. Guitar riff. You can set the price. And yeah. And so right here it says Elixir Sound Library takes a 2% licensing fee. So that's how the platform would make money off it. So you can mint a sound for free, but each time it's licensed, then 2% of that price will go to the platform. Let's see if this works. Da 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 da.
So I suppose while we wait, do you have any like what was your inspiration for creating this? Like what drove you to create something like this?
Yeah, so I've been a musician for most of my life, and I played in bands, and I've also kind of programmed music online, or not online, but in Logic or Ableton, and it just kind of occurred to me that like there's a lot of these sampling libraries. Like I think Logic has its own built-in sampling library, but it's kind of hard for just regular creators to get their stuff out there and kind of like make some money off of it. And so I saw like a bunch of these audio NFT projects coming out, and it was really just full songs, and then they would sell the song. But to me, a huge part of listening to music is being able to like share it with everyone, share it with your friends. So that's kind of why something like Spotify is great, because you get into a song and you say, hey, listen to this song. And so I just thought that this would be a much more kind of useful way of using NFTs, of using audio NFTs, than for say, minting a full song and then selling it to one person, and only they can listen to it, or they can share it or do whatever they want with it. But to me, this just made more sense, just coming from being a music listener and being a music creator. Yeah, so I don't know if this is gonna update because it's hard. I'm not getting like I'm using the free tier and pure provider, so I don't know if it's gonna.
Yeah.
But I think it should have minted, and we can wait for a bit. But yeah, and so everything is stored on IPFS. I have a file for the. I store the audio file, and then I store a reference of that audio file in metadata, and that's just where the name is stored. And then I also have a type, if you saw right here, just a file type, because a bunch of music producers, like, they'll prefer a certain audio type. It works with their interface, whether it be like a WAV file or an MP3. It's just really preference.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I guess that's really it.
And then,
if you have any questions.
are there any file type restrictions? Is it only the audio XM4A that can be uploaded, or more or less any audio format?
So right now I have it. The input it's really any audio. It'll accept any audio. I was thinking I was wondering what I should do about that, but I just thought for right now just keep it to really any audio.
Awesome. Does anybody else have any questions for Jake?
Yeah. Hey, Jake. Awesome project, by the way. Curious to know, when you were making this, what was kind of the toughest, most annoying part of any aspect of this project for you?
That's a good question. That is a good question. Probably really just dealing with IPFS. And you know what kind of tripped me up for a while? I had a hard time settling on the metadata schema and the storage of it, the storage of the audio file and the metadata. I was thinking, should I have two different pointers in the smart contract? So you store a metadata file and then you store the audio file, or should you store both, have one pointer, and then just reference the audio file from the metadata? And so that's what I settled on. But yeah, that was probably the most difficult part. And then the other part is just kind of, just the general Web3 connection to the blockchain is kind of, the connect button. That kind of there's so many different ways you can do that. And I really haven't found one that I've settled on and I really like. But yeah, that was kind of it. But good question.
Sweet, thanks.
Anyone else?
Hey, why IPFS or Arweave?
Why IPF versus Arweave?
Yep. Why'd you go with
So I settled on IPFS because I had more experience with it, and I was talking to Narb once I saw what he was doing with Glossetta, and I was asking him a little bit about Arweave, and I was under the assumption from what he said that you have to have R tokens or Arweave tokens that you have to pay each time that you want to store something. So I just thought, because that's not the case with IPFS, I was just thinking, if you had to have the user pay R tokens every time they wanted to upload a sound, that just kind of complicates things a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, that could be completely wrong how it works, but I was just...
Yeah, with regards to Arweave, they have a set formula to determine, based on how big your file is, how much it'll cost to store it permanently. So for the stuff I'm using, it's really small. It's in the byte territory, like nothing more than 600 bytes. So the cost to upload is fairly cheap. But with an audio file, that can grow quite a bit, though I don't know what the cost actually would be. So that would be something for experimentation. But I mean, IPFS is IPFS. It's popular. A lot of people use it. So yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense why you chose it.
Mm-hmm.
I love this project, and I'm thinking like maybe in terms of songs, that is common for users to have multiple versions of songs because they will have to maybe re-edit or remaster it. And do you think will sample or sound check happen in this case, that user will want to update their sound checks? And if this happens, how shall you handle this?
Sorry, what was that one more time?
Sorry, so I'm thinking like maybe in terms of song, that user may try to update their songs with multiple versions. Do you think in terms of sound checks or sample, will this happen? Will user want to update their sample in multiple versions?
That's a good question. I was when I was kind of designing this and designing the metadata and everything and figuring out the storage, I was looking a lot at the NFT marketplaces contracts like Zora Foundation, and a lot of those, I think Zora has it where the owner of the NFT can actually go back and update the metadata. So that would be one thing, but right now I just have it set up that you're not able to do that, and just for simplicity's sake, that it's just a one-time upload, and like I said again, it's the only thing that the creator has to pay is the minting price. So they always have the option of re-uploading something.
Anyway, I love this project, and I think maybe it deserves a DAO or something.
Oh, thank you so much.
On the topic of community, I suppose, Are there any way for community members here to help out with the library, or are you keeping it private for now and planning on open sourcing it later, or what's the deal with that?
So I mean, all the code is it's public on my GitHub. Like I said, I've been working on this probably for about a couple months. I've just kind of been, pushing, like how any project goes. You kind of get to a certain point, and then you're like, oh, I should add this too. I should do this. Or you keep on pushing the release date back. But yeah, I've any developers. I've been looking for a developer who kind of knows the graph, like using the graph, because I have no experience with that. And like for all this, I'm just been querying the blockchain, which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that could be one reason why I keep on being rate limited. But I think that would be incredibly helpful. And then I have a couple ideas of almost marketing and kind of encouraging people to use it. Like I think when I launch it, I'm gonna have a couple competitions where, say, say we do that. You need to sample 2 sounds from Elixir, and you can use them in your song or creation or whatever, and then you can re-upload. You can submit that to a panel, and they can vote on the best one, and then say the winner gets like a giveaway or something, or a reward for that. And I think that would kind of just encourage people to use the platform and kind of building the library, really.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds like an awesome plan.
Can you hit me with a little of that slappy bass again?
Yeah.
Coming up.
With the bass. Here we go.
All righty. Oh.
Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice.
Excellent.
Smooth.
Excellent.
What's the plan for enforcing licensing here? How do you expect that to happen or not happen?
I don't know. I don't really know much about licensing, really anything, NFTs or whatever. But like I said earlier, so it's there's no transfer of ownership. It's just that you keep the list of addresses who have licensed the sound. You track that, and so that can prove ownership. But I assume I'm just gonna write up a terms and conditions type thing. I don't really know how any of this is licensed. But I assume that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if anyone has any suggestions or input on that. That would be incredibly helpful.
Yeah, the legalese of all these things is kind of up in the air. So it's kind of like build first and then worry about that stuff later.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Does anybody else have any other questions for Jake?
I don't really have a question. This is dope, though. Good work.
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't really have a question either, but this kind of also reminds me of this other project in the music space that was launched a few months ago. Have you heard of it, the Tunes Project? There could be an interesting partnership. There could be an interesting partnership there. If you guys, I think they already have a pretty good audience of like artists, and I think their whole shtick was like they make AI generated like album art, and so I can only imagine like this would like work really well with the album art in maybe some ways. But
Yeah, what was the name of that project again?
the Tunes Project. It was done by the founder of Mixpanel. Yeah, that's,
Voice text.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I'll have to look into that.
Awesome. I suppose one last question for me. Could you kind of go over the tech stack you use? Like, is it a Next.js app or whatnot?
Yeah. So It's Next. I was using Hard Hat for the smart contract and testing, and then the styling is Chakra.
Nice.
Yeah.
I said nice. You couldn't hear it because I was muted, but I said nice.
I know you guys love Chakra.
I said it twice for you.
This was my first project with it. I like it.
Nice. I wrote a small portion of that. Makes me happy. Yeah. Y'all, open source is the way.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Just knowing that you helped like one other person with something you built, it's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Yeah. If you guys don't have any more questions, thank you guys for listening in and viewing this. Like I said, I hope to launch it in a couple weeks. I've been pushing it off for a while, but I've never really deployed anything to a mainnet, so a little nervous, but
It's all good. It's, hopefully gas prices will be low. It seems to be trending that way anyhow. But thank you again so much, Jake, for taking the step here and presenting. And yes, really looking forward to seeing where this project goes. It's really awesome. Share the sentiment of basically everyone here. And yeah, so that will conclude our Dev and Tell series for this week. Oh yeah, with some time to spare. So there is, in fact, a slot open for next week, Friday. It's not, so don't feel like you have to for sure present around 1 p.m. PST or whatever. It's up to you. If you're in a different time zone, you can pick your own time slot. Just be aware that perhaps I might not be able to host if it's in the middle of the morning, for example, but I'll try every effort to help out here. And I will link a post to a Notion wiki that kind of is driving our sign up process at the moment. So you'll see a time slot open for next week, and obviously I've skipped the 24th and the 31st of this month since people are kind of doing the holiday thing. So there's a bunch of different slots open in the month of January as well if you want to get a head start on that. So once again, thank you for everyone for joining. GM, GA, GN, GE, and I will try my best to get this recording out as soon as I can. And yeah, hopefully everybody has a great rest of their days and happy weekend.
Thanks, Narb.
Yeah,
And thank you, Alex. I just saw that tweet.
Yes. Yeah, I gotta get the word out.
Yeah,
for real.
Alrighty, gang.
Thanks, both of you.
Yes, you got it, gang. So I will stop the recording.